And fellow train fans, Bennett's Castle here. So there's the other scenario that I'm working on. I did say I was going to make it into a two-part video, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to upload them as separate videos. So this is Shap Summit on the West Coast Main Line. And as you can see, we have a Class 37, which is hauling a sand train from the quarry, which is clearly seen over there. This train is going to be going into the sidings and going onto the main line, but because it is the West Coast Main Line, it's going to be very busy, so it can't just go straight onto the main line like anything else can. And also note, it has Armstrong Powerhouse sounds as well. Which is literally the only thing that's that is third party. Everything is built in. You only need West Coast Main over Shap and the Kuju European asset pack for this to work. So this scenario will be definitely going on the Steam Workshop. I still need to figure out the AI though, just like with any other of my scenarios that I'm working on. This one is nearly finished though, so this one won't be coming out before the Brighton Bell one, definitely. Oh, here we go, we've got a Class 87. By the way, the 87s don't have Armstrong Powerhouse sounds yet. But when I get the 86, 87 sound pack, then they will do eventually. But mind you, the coaches have the sounds. As you heard there, which is awesome. So they have the Armstrong Powerhouse wagon sound pack, but I also have the Armstrong Powerhouse coach sounds from the Mark 1, Mark 2 and the Mark 3. And I also have sounds on the wagons, not these ones though. Because no, they do, yeah, okay. I thought they had default sounds, but they don't. So basically all the wagons on this route have Armstrong Power sounds. I also bothered to put in some tankers. Before, these tankers were causing problems for this train, but I sorted that by putting them in this siding instead of that siding. And also those hoppers over there, they weren't meant to be there because I was originally going to put a train there you had to start off with, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to bother with that. There's no point driving a train if you're watching trains. And this scenario is set during the 1980s. When BR Blue was at its finest. So of course there'll be a lot of Class 37s, Class 47s and Class 87s that you will see. 37 was of course from the Kuju asset pack. 87s include the route, and the 47s are both from the route and the Kuju pack. If you want to, you can look up what 37110 is. This might be a locomotive that might have done these runs before. It's mostly based on 1980s, but the numbers on the locomotives aren't really that accurate, but it's accurate on most of the services. And here we've got a Class 47 with a parcel train which is heading to Aberdeen, hence why it's not being hauled by an 87. I suppose because Aberdeen is not electrified yet. It only is electrified as far as Glasgow at this time. Well, actually, I don't think it still isn't electrified up to Aberdeen yet. Off it goes, and now this train is reversing. Because of course it can't just go straight onto the main line here, it has to reverse into that siding in order to get on the main line, so that means it will have to wait for a few trains to pass. Oh jeez, is it raining outside? Yep, it's raining. I can hear it through my headphones. It's not in the game, it's literally outside. It's pouring down with rain right now outside, so I can hear it with my headphones on, so I'm definitely sure you guys are going to hear it as well. It's not my fault. I can't mute the rain. You might not be able to hear it, but I can definitely hear it. It's a fun scenario so far. I've actually had a lot of fun making this particular scenario, because I didn't have to bother with like setting up AI trains to go specific bits. I can just do them randomly. It's not fictional and it's not semi-fictional. It's accurate, but some things aren't accurate. But I like to think of it as a very accurate scenario. So the next train should be coming from this direction. There we go. See, it's got sandbags inside. They're technically ballast, but I like to think of them as sand because there's no other wagons on this route that have sand in them. Oh, we're getting some low frame rates now. Oh, I don't like that. Don't know why it's doing that. I think it's because it's loading in the next train that's coming round the corner. So how it works is it has to come from the quarry here. You'll have to go out onto the mainline bit here, go over to where those sidings are, stop there, then reverse into this siding here, which is alongside the main line, stop at the end, and then wait for a train to pass, and then it can actually go onto the main line itself and head off with this train, which is bound for Carlisle, by the way. Because Carlisle are doing some construction work right now, and they need some sand to help with the houses that they're building. And the funny thing is, one of my friends actually lives at Carlisle, and he lives like right by the station, so he knows a lot more about the West Coast Main Line than I do. Because I used to live along on the Southwest Trains route from London Waterloo to you know, that other station I can't remember, all the way over there on the Southwest Trains main line, not to Portsmouth, the other one. And then I moved to here now, which is Clacton, which is the Great Eastern Main Line. Technically not the actual main line, but part of it. It joins up to it. Right, so now the 37 is going to be waiting here for a bit while it waits for another train to come. There's going to be one from that way, and there's going to be one from that way. If there's one from this way, it's going to come round any second now. Well, I can hear the rain on the window right now. Jeez, that is heavy. I'm just making sure I close the window. I don't want rain to come in. How's the train? It's fine. Still nothing coming. Should be coming any second now. I'm not going to go in the map. I don't really want to spoil. I was going to think of adding a steamer special, but I was like, nah, because I won't be able to do that. There we go. So the train's moving forward, but as you can see, it has red there, because it can't go on the main line yet until the other train has passed. So it's going to move forward and it's going to stop. Oh, here we go. Here's the other train. It's a Class 47 with an Intercity Express. Possibly from Aberdeen. Formed of 8 coaches, so it's like a semi-fast train that stops at just the big stations. I love the 37 sounds. Tractors are the best diesels there are, and you can't deny it, because they've been around for a very long time. They're possibly one of the oldest diesels that's still in service, along with the 47 and the Class 08. '37s are still in service on the Warri lines, and they used to use 47s, but the 47s were withdrawn before the 37s. So that just shows, really. And here's the next train. This is a container train, possibly bound for Aberdeen as well. Not Aberdeen, possibly Glasgow. Then it will be switched. Then it will be taken to the docks for a different method, possibly by trucks. So this is the train the 37 is waiting for before it can actually go on the main line. Off it goes. Freightliner can do the container trains, and they still do them now. In fact, they don't use 87s anymore, but they still use 86s, which is pretty good. Right, so now it should be given the right of way. There we go. It's turned white, so that means the points are switched, so it should be going now. There we go. Now it's going to head to Carlisle and give all the construction workers the sand. I turned the graphics down on this game just so that it could get decent frame rates while I record. And also, I don't know if I'm going to be using either Lightworks, which is that new editor I found out about, or should I just continue using Windows Movie Maker. I think I'll have a go at Lightworks. If it doesn't work, then this probably will be on Windows Movie Maker. Who knows? Because I don't know what happens to a video once it gets edited before it's edited. So there goes the sand train. So it's going to accelerate now. Let me go up. I don't want to go too far from the actual train spotting place, otherwise the game would freak out. Because you're not meant to go that far from the actual Shap bit. Shap Summit. Off it goes. It's got a yellow, but it will eventually get a green. Goes. I was going to do a double header class 37, but I was like, you know what, they don't really need tons of sand. Right. So. I'm pretty sure that is sand. But yeah, look, see, sandbags. It is sand. Okay, good. So now we just have to wait for the next trains to come. I'm going to check the map now, because other trains. Okay, there's a Class 47 coal train, Class 87 sleeper, Class 47 stopping, another express over there, and that seems to be it. Also got the 87 container train that's gone that way. Got 37 coming, as well as an 8 express coming behind, so yeah, I kind of gave away all the stuff, but I just wanted to know where they were. So right now, coming around the corner should be a Class 47 coal train, possibly bound for Preston. Some place up there. It's a double header Class 47 as well, since the train is very long. It uses both the Kuju and the West Coast Main Line over Shap Class 47s. There it goes. Problem with the Class 47 sound pack from Marshall Power, so I don't have it yet, but when I do install it, it will work on the Kuju Class 47s, but it won't work on the West Coast Main over Shap Class 47s. That's the problem. So that means one will sound really cool, while the other one will be like, meh. So that's the annoying thing, really. And I can't find any patches to sort that out, so if people own the sound packs, then they probably would hate the Class 47 sounding different from each other, at which point I might have to stick with the Kuju ones. Yeah, this is Shap Summit. Next is a sleeper train, which will be made up of Mark III coaches. I do leave a lot of big gaps in between these trains, just so that it's realistic enough, because the West Coast Main Line isn't extremely busy like the East Coast or the London or the Brighton Main Line, or the Great Eastern Main Line are, because it's West Coast Mono is mostly double track around this bit, so there's not really that many trains at one go. So there's a train at least every 5 minutes usually. It's a good place to train spot though. It's its highest point. Trains don't go extremely fast, so you can actually read out the numbers and stuff properly. And it's actually the less laggiest place in the route because there's only a few trees around the area. I get about 20 frames per second when recording, 15 right now, but that's because the train's coming. But when I'm not recording, I get 30 frames per second on this, which is pretty good. So any second now, it should be coming up the hill. There it is. Perfect timing. I know this because I've actually tested this route like about 5 times already to make sure it works properly. And I've added a few AI trains as well during the testing. So here's the sleeper train. It has 2 Mark II coaches. The rest are sleepers, as well as a baggage car at the back. Oh no, not a baggage car, never mind. That's Iron Duke, and you've got the Mark IIs and the Mark IIIs. Problem is the Mark III sounds aren't really as high quality as the Mark II ones are, but that's alright. They're decent. So that's the 87 sleeper train. Next train we'll be seeing will be a Class 37 civil engineer train, which is quite a far distance away, and then the 87 is there, a passenger, and then there's a sleeper train behind that as well. The sleeper train is like miles behind the other ones, is because the 37 has to stop, has to let that express train pass by, and then continue, and then the other one behind it, because they don't want the other one to hold it up as well. And then from this direction will be a Class 47 stopping passenger and one last Class 87 express. And then that'll be it for all the AI. And then I'll end this video. So there's the Class 47, there's the 87, and yeah, that's it. I did have a 47 tanker train, but that was way too slow. That was the problem. I guess we'll wait for a bit, so... Pardon me. So... don't know what to do while we wait. Well, I could talk about the stuff that I'm planning for the channel. I got this new editor called Lightworks, and it doesn't really have that many editing functions as Windows Movie Maker does, but it doesn't have the black lines either side. So for videos like this where I don't bother with editing, I just record the whole thing through, then I could, you know, just plonk it in, upload it. It has black lines on the top and bottom, but I prefer that because it has a cinema sort of look. But if it doesn't work out, then this will just be on Windows Movie Maker, and I'll have to use it from now on. The only problem is I won't be able to use Lightworks for, like, you know, editing stuff, because even though it's an editor, it doesn't really have that many editing functions. It's the free version, so there's not much, and I don't really want to pay for the other version because it's like about £50 or something. I mean, that's probably nothing compared to Sony Vegas, which is like £500. I mean, Jesus Christ, £500 for an editor. They're literally scamming you. Because I tried the free trial version for one of my videos, and it was alright, but some of the fading effects like didn't work. For example, like I put in a fade effect literally between every clip, and then some of them wouldn't register in, and I accidentally saved it and uploaded to YouTube, and it looks dodgy. So that's the problem. So that's why I can't use Sony Vegas, and there's no point buying it if I can't even use the trial version properly. So I'll just have to stick with Lightworks if it works, or I'll have to just stick with the normal Windows Movie Maker. Which isn't really a big problem for me, because I don't mind the black lines, because now videos are in HD, they have 1080p support, which is good. It's just the black lines that people complain about when they watch the videos. That's the only thing I'm worried about, because I don't want people complaining about that. I don't have loads of money, you know. Everyone doesn't. There's literally 90% of people in the world don't have £500. The economy is just dropping, you know. And I used to get like £20 each month from my payment thing, but now I got nothing. They cancelled it. I'm not getting nothing through. The only money we're getting through is from my dad, who does work, because he does graphic design. That's it. That's all the money we're getting through. We only get like about £80 each day, and that's not enough. Because of course they have to spend it on taxes and all that, and insurance and blah blah blah, you know. It's a real pain. So I just have to stick with Windows Movie Maker because there's nothing else I can do. If Lightworks wants to let me do this properly, then I'll use Lightworks, but you know. And also, usually I record videos the day before I upload them, so I'm not going to be uploading these videos today. They're going to be out tomorrow, and you'll technically be today if you're watching this right now. So, yeah. And also, I'm hoping to get the full version of Bandicam at some point. It's about £15, which isn't really that bad, because a lot of people use Bandicam a lot more than Fraps, and I'm still using Fraps because it's the only recorder that actually allows me to record from my microphone. Bandicam, the free version, however, doesn't, because the thing at the top. But when I get the full version of Bandicam, then I should be able to use that instead. And actually Bandicam uses less memory than Fraps does. Usually when I record with Fraps, usually videos are like about 50 gigabytes if they're like really long. While Bandicam, it's only like about 300 megabytes or something, so it uses less memory. And that's the reason why I couldn't upload that Network Southeast 10th anniversary special that I did last year. It was because it was way too big. It was like 190 gigabytes. So that was the problem. Oh, there we go, that turned white, so that means the Class 47 stopping passenger should be coming any second now. Yep, it's coming, as well as the 37, so we've got 2 trains coming now, so I can stop talking about whatever I was talking about. That's all over and done with. Now I can just enjoy watching some trains now. 47 there, 37 there. I think the 47 is going to be coming first. Oh no, 37. Okay, here it is. It's not the same 37, it's a different one. It's a plows. This is a civil engineer train, so they're doing like track maintenance and all that with this train. And coming from the other side is 47 with a stopping passenger. Go to 47. It's another stopping passenger with 8 coaches again. So that's probably heading to Aberdeen somewhere. And here we've got the civil engineer train coming into this siding. They're doing civil track work, and the only reason they're stopping here is because, well, 37s aren't exactly the fastest trains, and they have to stop here to let an 87 Express pass by. Yeah, as you can see, the 87 Express is literally coming in right now. So that's why this has to stop, because it doesn't want to cause any problems for it. So I have to stop here, wait for it to pass, and then it will depart. Okay, should be coming round the corner now. As you can see, it had to slow down a bit there from the map. There we go, here it comes. It's a double header, so it's a long express. A very long one indeed. It even has the test coach, because this is one of the test expresses, which has one coach where the inspectors ride to see how the new express trains are going between Glasgow and London. And also they have two mail vans at the back as well, because it's a very long express. So there goes the express train. Now the 37 should be given the right of way to continue its trip before the other 87 sleeper train comes and causes problems. It's also got another 87 express coming through as well. And then that will be the last of the AI trains. This video has been going on for quite a while. I'm hoping it will be able to upload. Otherwise I'm going to be really annoyed. Ugh, pardon me. I was going to hiccup, but I held it in. Is this white? Yep. Should be going any second now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I guess that wasn't timed. Now. Now. No. I can't time it right. Okay. Now. Now. What about... Now. No. I can't time it right. It's just... it's gonna go any second. I know it's just gonna go. Come on. Now. How about now? No. It's white, so it should be going any second now. Now? No? Okay, fine. I can have a drink then. Oh, that's nice. It's not the right drink for this type of weather, but it's really hot in here. And my lips are slightly dry as well. A bit more. Now? No. Oh, I hit the microphone there. Any second. Any second now. Okay, I guess I didn't time it right. It's definitely white though, so it can go now. Go! Mind you, there is an 87 coming through right now. Another one. Not coming up behind though. The one behind is like miles behind. Right. 87 should be coming through any second now. Oh, by the way, I just noticed the first one was 37110. This one is 37098. Maybe you could do some research on that member of the class as well, if you want. You can just pause the video right now, type this in, and then find out where it was based. Oh, here we go. Here's the 87. It's an express with some sleeper coaches at the back, so it's probably bound for Glasgow, definitely. King Arthur, that one is. Off it goes. There's the Mark 1 buffet. Oh, and there it goes. Now it's going. So it's when the 87 passes is when it goes. Okay. I guess it was waiting for the 87 to come through just to make sure it wasn't going to like hit it round the corner. Off it goes now. So the civil engineer train has sand, pallets of stuff, coal, I believe, or that's ballast, and then an empty one at the back which will be loaded very shortly when they stop at their Preston, which they'll be picking up more materials. Would have used 47s with the civil engineer trains, but to be honest, 37s look better with the civil engineer trains. Because it doesn't really look right for a 47 to be hauling something short like that. Neither does the sand train that the 37 was taking before. Not the same one though. Pardon me. Got some hiccups. Yeah, textures start glitching out when I look too far, so... Got a sleeper train, and that's it. That's literally all of the AI, so... This is the last train, so when the sleeper train passes, then we'll end the scenario. So there goes the 37 onto the main line. Let's actually zoom ahead and watch it power off, because I like it when it opens its throttle all the way. Oh, I love that noise. Off it goes. Going to be going really fast with that train now. Right, now we just need to wait for the last train to come through, which is the sleeper train. If we go out into the map view, the sleeper train is only a few miles in front of the 87 express, which passed a few minutes ago. Oh. Really don't know how long this video is going to be. If it is way too long, I might have to split it into 2 parts. But if it isn't too long and YouTube will be able to upload it, then that'll be fine. I can just upload it. I'm definitely sure it's been more than an hour recording this, and I can't check because you have to have a train in order to use the HUD. There's no clock anywhere, and I can't pause the game to check because there isn't any time things there either. And I don't think, yeah, the F5 doesn't do anything either. So that's it there. These what hoppers are these? These are the YGH. Yeah, the textures aren't really the best, because I want this game to run properly, but at least the numbers are crystal clear. 982552. You got 982555, and you got 982608. Oh, and also 982494, 982540, and 982470. So they all have their own individual numbering. We got 6 of these in the siding. I was originally going to script the civil engineer train at stop to pick these up, but then I was like, nah, because it won't have enough time to do that. I'm just going to leave these here, just so it brings in some atmosphere to the place, and so it doesn't just feel like a desolate area. Oh, and also, yeah, the express train disappeared because it went through that portal there. So now we just got the sleeper train. Which is coming in a few minutes. I could have really put the sleeper train one signal forward. Okay, it's coming any second now. Yeah, it's been fun, really. showing off all these scenarios, well, 2 to be exact, that I've done, because they're coming out good so far. Quite a lot of AI on the Bright Bell one, and there is a variety of AI on this one, the over Shap's Trainspotting. So yeah, I don't know where the exact release of these, because I'm still working on these, but when they come out, yeah. When I get them done, then they'll come out. There is no exact time. Okay, last train of the day, then I'll stop the video. So here's the last 87. This is another sleeper train heading towards Preston, and then further on to London. And there we go. That's the end of the scenario. Don't think I'm going to put any more AI in though, because that's pretty much an hour worth of AI there. So that's the end of the scenario. Thank you so much for watching both of the videos. If they come out at the exact same time, if they don't, then, you know, I don't know when these are going to be uploaded. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. Hopefully, the class 313 that I won from Matt Pelson's giveaway live stream will be sent through soon, so I can do a review on that, because I really want to do a review on it. Before Christmas, of course, because Christmas I'm going to get a ton of new DLC that I want to review on Train Simulator and Trainz Simulator. So I'll see you in next video, which will be hopefully next week. Bye.